Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Epithalcus, and this is a very special episode of Blossom. This is a special episode of Shazam. It's a spoiler-free review of Shazam. Ignore the little sign right here that says spoiler alert. You can ignore that one right there. It's always there. It just sits right there. It's in the background, so it scratches. Yes, I saw this Saturday night at one of the multiple Fandango sneak showings or whatever it was that they were doing. Yeah, I happened to get an email like everyone else. I was like, sure, why not? I'll go and see it early. And wow, yeah, that's all I can say. What was I using it for? Is the paddle's down here. I've got the paddle still. It's just I don't need the paddle for right now, Pen Farm Girl, because it's a spoiler-free review. I'm not doing any spoilers. So I don't want to ruin this for anybody because the movie hasn't come out yet. The movie comes out April 5th, which is next week. So I figured I'd do this a little ahead of time, give people a chance, because people have been down on DC movies, me being one of them as well. And with good reason. The DC movies have been in the Snyder murderverse lately. And Snyder, again, was in the news fairly recently saying that people need to grow the fuck up kind of thing, that Batman does murder people and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, you miss the whole concept of comics. They're not supposed to be reality. They're fantasy. That's the whole point of comics. So, yeah, anyway. So I'm going to get this out early. I know people watch a little bit of my videos at the beginning and then kind of drop out. So tomorrow, I am not doing Doom Patrol. Tomorrow being Friday, I'm moving Doom Patrol just this week to Sunday. The reason why I'm doing that is because I forgot WonderCon was this weekend. Normally, I don't go to WonderCon, but I happen to have tomorrow off. And Doom Patrol, they're going to have a little thing for Doom Patrol on Friday at WonderCon. And it's only about an hour and a half drive for me up that way, depending on how I drive, how fast I drive. So, and there's tickets available, and yeah, I'm going to go. So, yeah, for DC Universe subscribers, they actually have some stuff going on up there tomorrow only. So I was like, all right, I'll go. I'll do it. I was thinking about it. I was hemming and hawing about it. And yes, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. But Saturday morning blast off is still in its regular time slot, 10:30 a.m. I know it moved up to 10:30 a.m., but that's fine. It's 10:30 a.m. So, Mufinobi says Snyder getting a bunch of rage for his recent interview. Yeah, because his recent interview sucks. I'm sorry, Mufinobi. He doesn't understand. He still doesn't understand the concept of comics and fandom and. He and Goyer are in the same boat, pretty much. And yeah, WonderCon for my phone. Yes, I will be posting some stuff. I will be probably, since I have it within grasp here, I've got a little tiny camera that is, it's cheaper than a GoPro, but it does the exact same thing. Actually, this is what I recorded the Legion interview review on, or panel at Comic-Con. By the way, Legion, within a half hour of that DC Universe panel, is having another panel right next door to it at the same time. And so I'm just like, okay, if I can get through the DC Universe stuff quickly, get what I want to get, and then jump over to Legion, maybe I can kill two birds with one stone. So, and yeah, I'm going to have to gas up this little buddy here too and make sure it's all ready to go. Since I have and I think my lovely friend, the lawnmower people, are back again in the back here. So if you happen to hear some stuff, oh no, it's a plane that's flying overhead and very low. Wow, okay, that was kind of weird. So, Mufinobi says, I'm not backing his choices. Man of Steel would have been so much better. Wasted Batman versus Superman and Death of Superman. It was a shit show. Yeah, exactly. So with everything that happened, however you feel about the DCEU up until now, I wasn't a big fan of Wonder Woman. I thought it was a perfectly serviceable remake of Captain America, only with Wonder Woman in World War One instead of World War Two. Aquaman was okay. I kind of found it to be a little CGI mess and needed an editor to kind of move things along a little bit better. But it was all right. But Shazam, all I can say is holy shit. They knocked this one out of the park. I brought a friend of mine with me. It was her birthday. Uh, and she likes going to the movies. So I said, hey, you know what? Movie Finobi says your mic and webcam are only from the chest up. The lawnmower men can do whatever they want to. Funny. Yeah. So yeah, she is not that well versed in comics, comic lore, and all that kind of stuff. She knows some of the stuff, but not everything. And so she went into this totally cold, didn't know what it was, and had a great time. So, from two different perspectives, from someone who knows the comics and someone who doesn't know the comics, she actually had a really good time. And yes, she did enjoy her birthday. So, Mufinobi. So, yeah, it's a great movie. That's all I can say about it. It has everything. It's one of those movies that, and I'm going to tell you right now, they copy a lot of different movies in this. First and foremost, Spider-Man: Homecoming. They use that as a template. Even so, insofar as the end credits are pretty much the same as Spider-Man: Homecoming. That's all I'm going to say about that. And again, a Ramones song in the end credits. Yes, and that's not spoiling anything because I'm not telling you what Ramones song it is, but still, I'm not going to answer that, Viking bitch. So this is neither the time nor the place for that. And so Mork says, I had no expectations on this. And this will raise them 1 to 10. Oh, let's say I'm going to go and see it again in the theater. I'm going to go and pay money to go and see this again in the theater when it comes back out on the 5th. So I'm going to give it at least a 9.5. I mean, it's close. So for me, my high point, my high watermark is Superman the movie, the 78 Donner version with Christopher Reeve. That for me is the pinnacle of DC movies and superhero movies for that matter, because everyone's been copying that movie for 40 some odd years. This comes closest to it. I mean, literally comes that closest to it. Trust me, I was floored. I went in with lowered expectations. I did not expect to see what I saw. And yeah, I wasn't expecting to go that high either. And it's just there's so much stuff in it. I mean, I want to tell you guys about this, but I can't because I don't want to spoil it. That's how good it is. So, Mufinobi says, I didn't all land for me with Shazam, but some good casting, definitely lighter, except for some scenes. Credit, song, and imagery was fun. I think a lot was forced for me, but better than expected. I didn't think it was forced, honestly. It was fun, but also the story, the characters you actually felt were in danger instead of a manufactured danger, and it wasn't an easy fix where you say Martha and everything is fixed. It wasn't like that at all. And you actually had movement on stuff. You had a point A to a point B. Yes, I knew where one of the things was going. I was kind of hoping they were going there, and they did. And that actually made the comic book fan in me giddy. There's parts in there that yeah. And this isn't a spoiler or anything like that. It's just a nice little Easter egg. If you have DC Universe and you've seen the old 70s Shazam TV show that's on right now, Billy Batson on the TV show all the time says "Holy moly, holy moly," and it's a really cheesy fucking thing, but they actually work it into the movie, which I thought was a nice little Easter egg to the 70s TV show. Is someone touching you inappropriately, Marks? Maybe, but I don't think he minds all that much. So, The costumes are still a little too bulky for my taste. No, actually, they weren't movie for nobody. If you go back and look at the comics and you look at Shazam, he is puffier, he is bigger, he is supposed to be bigger than life. He is supposed to be otherworldly, if you will, and almost cartoonish in a way. And that is the way he is built. I saw that now. I was actually the first thing too. My mic just exploded. What's going on there? I'm not hearing anything different in my mic because I have my headphones in here and I'm not hearing anything different. Did you guys just hear something different or what's going on there? Okay. I guess it just kind of exploded for a moment. Sorry, maybe I yelled into the microphone. Oh, wow. Okay. That's kind of interesting. Mofino says, can I ask you one spoilerish thing? Some people said they hinted at Black Adam. I missed it since I didn't know in the comics. Honestly, I don't remember, to tell you the truth. I might have missed the Easter egg, but sometimes I miss the Easter eggs. So, oh wow, it sounded like a plane crashed through the apartment. That's kind of weird. A big burst of static. Maybe it's my fan that was going on. Maybe you guys heard the fan or something like that, but that's kind of weird. Or maybe I just had a little overload of electricity. Who knows? So, yeah, it must have been those Icelandic penguin hackers. Yeah. I was not Mufinobi. I was not thinking that. I kind of would have liked some of the crossover from Doom Patrol. That whole cockroach. I mean, Ezekiel, the cockroach. Knowing that it's now from Supernatural, that's what Jeremy Carver wanted to work in. And I actually read the interview with him talking about Ezekiel, and it's pretty damn funny. But that's neither here nor there. This is for Shazam, and there's a lot of good stuff, man. I mean, there is a lot of good stuff. They play with a lot of the tropes. Yes, they are wink and nod at things. Everyone keeps talking about Big. They have a little wink and a nod to Big as well in there, and a couple other movies that they actually borrow from. They borrow from a lot of movies. That's all I'm going to say. And it's pretty funny. The whole thing also about having, how do you go to the bathroom in the suit? They actually play with that as well, which I thought was pretty damn funny. So if you're looking for a good movie, a good superhero movie, I should say, something that's going to, not meet your expectations in the way you think it's going to, this is the one you want to go and see. If you've just been waiting, and say, I'm going to wait until it comes out on DVD or whatnot, no. Actually, so my next viewing that I'm going to go and see it, I'm going to go and see it at the Good Theater because I went and saw it at the Ghetto Theater by my house over here. And yes, I do call it the Ghetto Theater because it is broke down and just nasty. That's all I can say. The Good Theater has like Dolby Atmos, 72 speakers, surround sound, widescreen, blah, 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 blah. So I'm actually going to go and see it there next. So you went to the Nasty Theater with your friend. She's used to that theater. She's been there before. She actually goes to worse theaters than that one. So, yeah. Exactly. And then also it was the one that was closest to. Dennis is a terrible date. It wasn't a date, okay? It was a fun birthday experience. I was gonna say something really inappropriate right there, and I'm glad I didn't. She didn't want any popcorn, Afterwards, I paid for pizza and chicken wings. There you go. How's that? You got the good pizza too. How about that? It wasn't like Domino's or Little Caesars or any of that kind of crap. So the Smallville cameo is nice. Yes, it was. Mufino says, I think the villain casting with Mark Strong was good. Yeah, Zach Levi was actually good, and the suit wasn't. I mean, the pictures of him in the suit were bulkier than what they did. They actually CGI'd it down a bit, and I thought it was good. The foster parents were awesome. And yes, it is going to pull at your heartstrings, as they say. There are some smart, schmaltzy moments in that. That's all I'm going to say. I caught her crying a couple of times. So that's all I'm going to say on that one. Slurmy Scott says, pizza, my biggest vice. Zach Levi is great this year in Mrs. Maisel. Huh. I haven't seen it. So again, yeah, if you're looking for a really good superhero movie that's a lot of fucking fun and just isn't this dark murderverse thing, this is fun. And honestly, the very final scene, yeah, I started clapping just because it was just before they cut to the credits, because I was like, holy shit, that's actually really good. I even knew it was coming though. And because I had read about it someplace, and I was like, okay, that actually they did a good job on that. But I want to know whose body was in that suit. That's all I want to say. So, if nobody knows who I'm talking about, Chuck loves hot dogs. I'm not going to say what I was going to say there. I don't think it was Adrian Brody. Slummy Scott says, don't get all superior with me, babyface. Maisel is a great show, even if it isn't. I'm not getting superior with you. I just haven't seen it. I've seen the commercials for it. I'm watching tons of other stuff. Mork says, okay, I'm sold. I'll watch it. Yeah, definitely, man. Go and see it. It's if you're going to see one, because right now I'm not sold on Hellboy. I'm a huge Hellboy fan, but I'm not telling people, go out and see it and all this stuff. Even though it's an R-rated Hellboy, I'm all for it and everything. I'm not sold on it. I wasn't sold on Shazam either. But like I said, I went and saw this showing because I knew it was going to be early, all that stuff. And I'm going to go see Hellboy no matter what. Yeah, because I'm a huge fan. Hey, Filthy, welcome aboard. Filthy, you've been toiling in the mines. You're filthier than usual. So if Shazam shows his ass at some point, it probably is Nick Sachs in the suit. Possibly. Although, I don't know. I mean, that ass can't be that saggy. Hey, good night, Filthy. Slummy Scott says, the last Hellboy lost me, but the original was great fun. I liked the second Hellboy. I really did. I thought it was fun. Especially the whole troll plaza. But anyway, back to Shazam. What can I say more about it that doesn't give anything away? It covers a lot of different comics. They make Savannah a little bit more powerful. They actually, which I thought was interesting. They did a good job of it. And yeah, they added so much to it. There's so much stuff there that it's not a boring movie. It really isn't. And it's not wasted in some of its stuff. Hey, little crispy tenders. So, yeah, it's, Adam Brody. That's what you meant there. Move for Debbie. So yeah, go and see it. Again, like I said, if you want to see a really good superhero movie, go and see it. So like I said, tomorrow, moving Doom Patrol over to Sunday just for this week for WonderCon. And then everything goes back to its original schedule. Also, since I've changed TV providers and I've gotten a lot more channels. So I got a lot more paid channels. One of the things I'm thinking about adding on is on Cinemax, and I believe it starts up on Sunday, is called The Warrior. Now, The Warrior is based on, so Shannon Lee, Bruce Lee's daughter, who was recently going through some of his paperwork, some of his effects that didn't really get looked through after he died. And she actually found the original handwritten notes for his idea for the show that ended up getting stolen from him that became Kung Fu. And she put them into the works. And this is the show that's coming out now on Cinemax is called The Warrior, set in, I think it's the 1870s, 1880s, somewhere around there. And it's about, Asian American or Asian Chinese descent comes over, and the racism and all the stuff that he experiences in the Old West America, but also the martial arts that he uses and things like that. And it's actually done by the guy who did Banshee. I don't know if anyone saw the TV show Banshee on Cinemax, but that was an awesome show. And it's got a lot of the same players in it as well. I'm kind of interested in that. I've always been interested in the stuff that Bruce Lee has done in his writings. I've actually read one of his books, and I'm interested in seeing how that's gonna do that there. But yeah, the Little Crispy Tenders. I saw that they sneak peeked the back of the cowl of Batman. So yeah, I did see that. I actually saw the leak also on Reddit for the front of the face too. Which didn't look as great. The front of the costume didn't look as good as the back of the costume. So hopefully that picture was a false one that was on Reddit. So with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go because that's all I got. I mean, I can't spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything on this. And if you notice up here, there's a little Shazam. He's right up here. That's where he's at. So I do have a little Shazam up there as well. Movie Finale says, Dennis, probably too spoilerish. Can you explain the 7 seats of the temple? I can't. I cannot. Yeah, there's nothing I can really say about that. I wondered that as well, Movie Finale. We'll talk about that once the movie comes out, and I will do a spoiler version of it, and then we can do that way. All right. I would love to spoil that, but I don't want to talk about that one. Yeah, Little Crispy Tenders, we talked about that too. Yeah, it did look like a bad costume when they first came out, but the CGI actually smoothed things out, and it looks appropriate. Will you spoil it on this week's SBO? I will not. I might do its own broadcast. Who knows? I might do it. So we have a spoiler-free review here. I might do a spoiler review on that as well. 193 subs. Nice. 69 subs to go. You get 69 on that one. Oh, because of you guys fringe binging over there. Oh man. So yeah, so look on Instagram for me tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be posting some stuff up there. I probably won't be posting stuff directly from WonderCon, like videos and things like that, but I will be posting pictures. Excuse me. And let's see. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the like button as well. If you don't like what you see, hit the dislike button. But I ask, if you hit the dislike button, tell me below in the comments why you don't like what you see. I mean, give me some constructive criticism here. I like to build on things. I like to make myself better, stronger, faster. If you want to know when I'll be on next live, you can hit the little bell. If you've already hit the bell, don't hit it again, because it'll it'll untap it. How about that? And then you get a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you when I'm going to be on live again. So it really is kind of weird on that one. Wow. Okay. Thanks, Little Crispy Tenders. So if you get all these subs all at once, that's why. Thank you. You can also find my brain just all some went out that way. That's what happens with a live broadcast. If you want to see what my schedule is, you can go to my website, suspendedanimation.com. You can also see that same schedule up on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, and I'm also on Twitter, and I'm also on Instagram as well. So there we go. And with that said, I'm pretty much. I want to say thank you to everybody who joined me in the chat tonight. So Pen Farm Girl, Little Crispy Tenders, Scope Leather Up by Viking Bitch, Movie Fanobi, My Two Wrenches, and what else do we have? Morks, Slurmy Scott, and I know Filthy was in here a little while and had to take off, being the working man that he is now, working for the man. Pen Farm Girl, of course, Ghosted Obscurity. I might be missing one or two other people, but there we go. So thank you all for joining me tonight for this. Yeah, the chat is always a good chat. And I know this wasn't the most exciting review of that because I can't say anything. I can't spoil anything on this one. But when we go to the spoiler one, I will be spoiling the crap out of it. And that's going to be after the 5th. I'll do that one. I might do that on this Sunday after. It depends on when The Warrior actually premieres, which I want to say it's this Sunday. I've got to take a look at that. Movie Fanobi says, thanks, Dennis. Have fun tomorrow. Are the Expanse cast at WonderCon? They are not. They are not at WonderCon. It's mainly comic folks, and I think that's about it. I was going through the schedule. Saturday sold out, which is kind of a weird thing. There's one or two things on Saturday that would be interesting, but for my, money, it's Friday. Friday's got the stuff that I want to see. There we go. The Warrior premieres on the 5th. The Tick also premieres on the 5th as well. So the Tick is going to take Future Man's place, yes, on Mondays, because I kind of like it that way. The Future Man ends on, after next Monday. The Tick is going to be following it right afterwards, so that's going to fall into that slot. And I believe since the Warrior is on the 5th, I will pop that into probably either a Tuesday slot. Actually, I might do the Sunday slot on that one. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Put it in the Sunday slot. Movie Fanobi says, stronger, firmer, sweatier. No, that's not a superhero. No, that is, that's what happens when you go to Comic-Con. Except for the stronger part. It's just firmer and sweatier. That's all it is. And it's firmer because your ass is trying to hold in the all the gas from that really bad $18 pizza that you just ate at the that you waited 5 hours in line for. Was that too much information? Stormy Scott says, The Fifth Element comes on Amazon in April. Love my Die Hard in Outer Space movie. You know what? I have that on DVD, Slurmy. So yeah, it's kind of funny. Whenever it comes on TV, I start watching it as well. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I've got that on, I've got that on DVD. I can just pop that in. There's a reason why you don't eat at the concession stand at Comic-Con, Viking Bitch, besides it being just really overly expensive. Usually what I do is I wait until about middle of the con, and I go up to one of the people, because I always have to buy a soda at some point in time, and I ask the woman behind the counter, I go, can you give me your most expensive bottle of Coca-Cola? And it usually gets a good laugh. You got to do it about the middle of the day when they're just been like completely out of their mind, because it takes them a second to register what the hell you just said, and then because the Coca-Cola bottles are really fucking expensive there. Hey, learning disabled Spock. Oh my god, is that Apple Crow? Holy shit, Apple Crow is back. Oh my god. And I love the new handle, learning disabled Spock. That's pretty damn funny. I have to leave it at that one. Yeah. Yeah, welcome back, sub. Thank you. Exactly. He's dyslexic now. Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? I haven't watched it. I'm not allowed to watch CBS All Access because my IQ is above 3. Yeah. No, I can't watch CBS All Access. It's just I really can't. But this is about Shazam. That's why I want to keep it on. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to let you guys go. For those of you who are still on the fence about joining up, take a look. There's going to be some video up here that actually takes a look at all the videos that you've watched, and it's going to pluck a video from my video library that best suits you and stick it up here for you to watch. If you like what you see, you're going to hit a subscribe button. You're going to see that over here. Hit that and subscribe. So yeah, like, subscribe, multiply. That's all I can say. And yes, DC Doom Patrol is going over to Sunday for this week only, just so you know. This week only. And yes, I was going to put Slurmy Scott. Originally, what I was thinking of doing for the thumbnail on this one was having Gomer Pyle yelling out Shazam and having Shazam flying out of his mouth. And I couldn't do it. I really couldn't, because it's a really good thing. Exactly, Pen Farm Girl. Like, share, subscribe. And yeah, that's all I can say. Mork says, also, if you haven't hit the like and you get free WonderCon pizza, no, you don't. You really don't want WonderCon pizza with wings. That's just wrong. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Welcome, Apple Crow. And damn, that's all I can say about Shazam. Go and see it. It's worth the money. So my ticket, I should say, my movie rating scale that I've been using for decades now is the top tier is to see it in the theater multiple times, full price ticket multiple times. That's where this movie is at. Below that is full price ticket one time. Below that is bargain matinee. Below that is DVD rental or rental, that kind of thing. Cable, because the only thing that can help it is to be chopped up on cable. Excuse me, it's pay TV and then cable. Cable being the lowest one right there. So pay TV being HBO, Showtime, and all that kind of stuff. So again, this is like a Minnesota goodbye. I just keep saying goodbye like every couple of minutes here. So I'm really going to leave now. So thank you, everybody. Don't forget to take a look at the videos. Hit the subscribe button over here. And I will talk to you guys on Saturday. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may get hit in the ass by lightning when someone yells out Shazam.